What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel, Reef RX. Happy Friday. Hope you guys got some great weekend plans coming up. Got lots to update you since my last video as far as some changes made, new equipment added, and we'll jump right into that. But real quick, if you guys enjoy my content, if you could help me out by liking the video and subscribing, really helps out the YouTube algorithm and allows more viewers to see this video. So with that, let's get started. So first thing that you may notice is my Phosphates. He's not swimming around this tank. I did find him another home for a bigger tank. This tank was just too small for him as he was getting too big. And the fish seemed to be a lot more peaceful. So somehow I was able to catch him just with the net. I didn't think I was gonna be able to do it. I was thinking I would need a trap, but I was able to catch him. And that'll help bring down the bio load on my tank, which we're actually going to talk about in a minute about the nutrients in this tank. And also the other issue I had with him is he always spitting water over the tank, so I got rid of the stupid acrylic stuff I had up here, so nice and clean. I don't have to worry about water on the floor. I don't have to worry about water dripping down the glass or all the salt. So, you know, I loved him, but he just needed another home, so he was just getting too big. So that's that with him. Like I was saying, my nutrients have been super high. I actually tested, I don't normally test my phosphates and nitrates, but I did test them a couple of weeks ago. My phosphates were through the roof, and when I tell you through the roof, there's no exaggeration there. They were, I should have wrote down the measurement. I think it was like 0.23 or something, super high. And then the nitrates were, I think they're around like 20, I want to say 26, so a lot higher than what I like. So, you know, I've been doing a couple things for that, but number one, with the Phosphates being gone, and I just got him a home last night, so I'm not going to see any changes if I were to test today probably. But so what I've been doing for the nutrients, I've been dosing the Red Sea, well, actually I have it right here, it's the Red Sea NO3-PO4. I've been dosing this every day, a pretty high amount too because of my nutrients. So I'm going to retest today, and my goal is to not continue to dose that. That was just to help bring things down. I did do a few water changes. I did get a dual reactor over here, so I'm going to be running GFO and carbon. I run carbon now, but I'm going to start trying to run GFO. I won't set it up with the manifolds that I have in my tank because I want it to pull from, I don't want it just to constantly recirculate, and I also want it on a timer where I don't run it all day. So I might run it for a few hours. It really depends on the nutrients, so we'll see how that goes. But when I tested my phosphates and my nitrates from dosing the NO3-PO4, my phosphates came in at 0.03, so that's good. And my nitrates, I believe, I want to say they were like 6, 12. Yeah, somewhere around there. So much better than where we were at. So I'm going to continue to work on my nutrients. And the reason why I really want to bring down the phosphates, well, A, you don't want them that high, but B, it prevents coral growth, like especially with these acroporas up here. Ever since I brought the nutrients down, like even just like a week or two difference, I've noticed a difference. Like the acropora has been growing because you're preventing the calcification process with high phosphates. So I never really paid much attention to that stuff before, like my nutrients, but I'm definitely going to. This frog spawn, if you guys like look back probably like 3 months ago, my update videos, this thing was nearly dead. It is doing fantastic now. This hammer, it doesn't look really happy right now because I accidentally hit it yesterday when I was trying to get my Phosphates out, but the hammer is doing really good. I mean, everything's doing great. So I'm happy about that. The other thing I want to talk about was the Aiptasia. So as you know, I have been battling Aiptasia. This zoogarden is infested. So I ordered some Berghia Nudibranch. I'm not really sure how to say it properly, but I ordered some of those guys, put them in here, pretty much never saw them again. They only come out at night, they're nocturnal. So I've been like hunting them with at night when the lights go out with a flashlight, and I've seen them in there. And what I am starting to do is I'm starting to breed these guys for a couple of reasons. So A, I want to add more to this tank to help control the Aiptasia. which, by the way, it's definitely gotten much better than it was. You can see areas where they've hit, like this rock is pretty cleaned up. There's only a few real big ones. There's a huge one in the back there. I'm sure you can see it right there. So I want to add more to this tank for myself, but I also want to sell them. I know there's a really high demand. They're hard to come by. I don't know why. I believe it's because people have a hard time keeping up with the food supply once they start breeding the Berghia. I could be wrong. I don't know. That's just my guess. But if you look online right now, I think there's like one site that sells it. Sometimes you'll see them on eBay for like a ridiculous price, but I want to breed some of these guys, so I've set up a Aiptasia tank to grow Aiptasia in the other room, which I'll show you in a minute, and then my breeding tank. So I already got a bunch of eggs that have been laid, and they should hopefully be hatching in the next like 5 to 6 days. So that's that. And then my Mandarin goby here, so he's nice and fat. I probably might get another one, a female, because that's the male. And I was cleaning my glass today. I noticed ton of pods on the glass, which I was surprised because I haven't seen a whole lot, but it just kind of appeared out of nowhere. And as I've been like hunting at night for the Berghia, I can see the pods running around on the rocks. So like, he's got plenty of food in here that he can't even keep up with. So I'm thinking about maybe getting a second one. They're just such a cool fish. I love to watch them. So might add one of those in the next few weeks. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna give this tank time to settle with removing the fox face. So, and I think that's everything. Let's check out the other room where I have the breeding tank and the Aiptasia tank, and I'll show you what that looks like. All right, so here we are in the other room. We got the Berghia tank on the left, and this is the Aiptasia tank on the right. We'll start with the Aiptasia tank. Common pest that I don't want to say all of us have, but most of us have experienced this in the reefing hobby, unfortunately. It does not look like there's a lot of Aiptasia in here, but there is, and the reason being is because I'm trying to get this to spread, so pretty much to get that to happen, you just gotta piss it off. So I squirted a bunch of like cold RODI water in there the other day, and I cut some of them up just to piss them off, and within a couple of weeks I should have an outbreak. The good thing is, to feed my Berghia, I've been just taking like frags from my display tank that have Aiptasia on them, so I'm just not really touching this tank. I'm just letting this tank do its thing, just to get like an outbreak of Aiptasia. I did shut all the flow off just for the purpose of this video because the filters are kind of loud, but I have a AquaClear 70-gallon filter here, and I just have 2 grow lights. I do get a lot of salt spray, but I mean, it is what it is. So that's the Aiptasia tank, and then over here I got the Berghia tank. So if you look down there, there's a Berghia right there next to that rock, and that spiral right in the center of the camera, that is a spiral of eggs. There's some more eggs over here on the side, there's some on the bottom. I had 4 Berghia in this tank. Problem is I was running this AquaClear filter, and I believe 2 of them got sucked up and unfortunately did not survive. So I'm not using this anymore. I'm using an airline tubing. I'm going to do some water changes to this tank frequently. I'm going to do one today. Yeah, these are just some of the frags from my other tank. They're just Zoa frags. I'm not worried about like them not having light. Put this cardboard in between to block the light coming in from this because Berghia don't like light. And then I just got the window over here. I try to keep it closed and stuff like that. So just to airline, I am heating these tanks. Probably don't, but the next to the window, so if I have the window like today, what is it, 66 degrees out today, so having the window open can bring the ambient temperature down on these tanks. I know the Berghia can live and breed in between 70 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit, but I want them to stay steady. I don't want big fluctuations in the temperature, especially once some of these eggs start hatching. And I was going to turn off this filter anyways once the eggs get near hatching, because I don't want like the larvae to get sucked up into here for the ones that haven't fully grown out yet, the Berghia. So there it is, eggs hatched on 9/10. Eggs, first set of eggs laid on 9/10. Today is 9/16, so I'm hoping another like 4 to 7 days I see some hatch. So what I did do for an experiment is I do have a little container, and I took like 3 sacks of the eggs out and I put them in the container with 1 Aiptasia. I want to see if those hatch, and those are at ambient room temperature. And with having enough like eggs in here, I'm not worried about like if they don't hatch. I mean, this will be plenty to experiment with. So I just kind of want to see like what works, what doesn't work. There's not a whole lot of information you can find out on the internet about breeding them. I mean, people say they're super simple, but they also said that about brine shrimp, and I had the hardest time breeding brine shrimp. So, but hey, at least I got the eggs laid so far. So we're doing good, making progress. I'll keep you guys updated. If you want to see like more in-depth videos about the Berghias and the Aiptasia and growing stuff out, like just let me know, and I can, once I get my bearings on all this and it starts working, I can make a video on that too. Let me know in the comments. So, and then I'll, like I said, once I get a bunch of Berghia, I'll probably sell some online, local reefers, maybe eBay, and after I clean up my infestation in my display tank. So that's it. If you guys got any questions or comments, I'd love to hear them. Drop them down in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.